Good afternoon, this is Sarah, your imperfect carnivore in the UK. This video is based on a recommendation from another video that I've seen. I've seen it about half a dozen times now. Some of you are going to laugh about this because I do get myself obsessed over certain things. Like last year it was, let's talk about the iron levels in my body about 3,000 times. And this year I'm going to talk about Mitch from Old Guy Carnivore about 1,000 times. But he has made the best. He came along at the right time of my life. Actually last year I don't even think he was making videos, so I would never have found him. But because this year I've decided that that's it, I needed to watch some videos that just, you know, just cement my decision and just help guide me in what I'm going to do next. And I think his videos were just gold. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to Old Guy Carnivore. But one of his videos, and it had a lot of hits, he was worried about listing it because he said it was going to be too long. It's just perfect. So if you don't want to hear my sort of talking about it, just go to my description, look at that link to that video, and you will see perfection. Who does that video appeal to? So you're going to want to click on that link if you are somebody who perhaps found carnivore a long time ago. It's going to appeal to you if you are a bit younger and thinking, why do I need to bother to be carnivore? I don't need to do it yet. That was me actually a few years ago. I don't need to do it yet. I'm not ill enough, you know, that kind of thing. It also appeals to people that have been doing it on and off and on and off and on and off, who've now finally hit that wall where enough is enough. And so if you are one of those three groups of people, or anyone contemplating, if you're someone contemplating starting carnivore, start with it. Brilliant. If you are someone who's done it for years and just likes to hear fantastic information, just listen to it, because I have never heard anyone talk about it the way he does. And the thumbnail for this video that I'm going to quickly talk about now is, he's basing it around, that video is all around, why didn't I find it sooner? I wish I'd known about it sooner. He talks about looking at comments on videos, and he said, have a look at a lot of carnivore videos, but, you know, zone in on the comment section and you will see loads of times, I wish I'd done it sooner, I wish I'd found it sooner. And I do feel incredibly blessed, because even though I've now made it to the humble age of 48 and still haven't really got into it, it's still relatively young. It's never too late. It's never too late to be the healthiest possible version of yourself. It's always going to be impressive. Doesn't matter how long I've done it. It will always be impressive to be medication-free, slim, fit, and on top of your game in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, or 80s, or 90s. Imagine being in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s, or 100s, medication-free. You've got all your marbles. Your muscles are strong, nothing hurts, you're not overweight, doctor can't find anything wrong with you, nobody can find anything wrong with you, being an outlier, being a picture of health when everyone around you is popping pills and is struggling and in pain. That's never going to go out of fashion, being an outlier, being perfect. So, as you know, I don't beat myself up for my scenic journey. It is what it is. It's the way it is. But that video came along at absolutely the right time. That video is most aimed, I think, at people who have messed about and have now reached that wall. They've hit that wall where enough is enough. Over it. Done. Fed up. Done. You know? So that video may not even have appealed to me 5 years ago or 6 years ago, but it would have been very interesting information to hear. He can explain it so much better than me, but I have seen that video through 3 full times now, maybe 4. I don't know how many times I've seen it. I'm going to watch it through multiple more times before I go back to work, and probably beyond, because he just talks, he says the right things. He talks about how we have to make our decisions, we have to become a new version of ourselves. He talks about how he understands and empathizes with people of my age and younger, how perhaps we just didn't take it seriously enough because we didn't have enough wrong with us. And now as we're getting that little bit older, we're now thinking, more things gone wrong now, more pain in different places, more inflammation in different places, potentially more dental problems, more mental problems, any kind of problems. You know, it's the standard idea, isn't it, that as you get older you've got more problems. And he said that you may just have reached that point in your life where 10 years ago you were a bit blasé, maybe you were doing it just for your weight, maybe you were doing it just, you know, to try it out, or maybe for a little bit of knee pain. But now fast forward 10 years, you've now got a big laundry list of things that you are avoiding, getting better from, worried about. And he's absolutely right. I have hit that point, you know, and the not being able to get up off the floor without heaving myself up, having more inflammation and pain, not being able to stand on my feet for longer than an hour without them starting to hurt. You know, my bad habits and toxic poison that I've been eating has actually now started to affect my health in a way that makes me feel older. So this video I highly recommend. He thinks it's too long, but it's only about half an hour, but it's absolute I just did a massive sneeze. I should have kept it in actually, because I've been told I've got one of the loudest sneezes in the world. And so I could have shared that with you. Maybe the next time it happens, I will share it with you. But yeah, I know I like to share videos, and some of them are longer, and so I like to summarize them so that you know what kind of video it is. It's a walk and talk, and he's talking about how for the first 6 to 12 months of your life you may have to completely cancel social events until your body, and he talks about body chemistry. He said at some point your body chemistry is going to completely switch over to the point where you won't want that crap anymore, and then you can continue going out. You know, he talks about how everything's geared around food. You can't go to a sports event or a people's house or anything without being plied with food. And he said chances are you've failed because you've just given in to temptation or pandered to other people's needs. He's saying everything I needed to hear. And he said you don't have to never go out again, but you may have to accept that for the next 12 months of your life you're going to have to avoid that stuff until your body reaches that stage where it says, I can go anywhere now without being phased. Because obviously I haven't done it long enough to hit that where they can eat all the crap in the world and you're literally just sitting there feeling sorry for them. I think that's important. I could do a video about that actually. I think I've just come up with a new title. Who are you feeling sorry for yourself? Who are you feeling sorry for? Yourself or them? That's another epiphany. If you're going to a social event where there's loads of crappy food, I've just thought of this. I'm going to do a video about this. Maybe a short, I think you know what I'm going to say. If you're going to an event and you're feeling sorry for yourself, you're not ready. You haven't hit that point where you're going to be carnivore forever. If you go to an event that's full of food and you are feeling sorry for them, you're, you know, literally just feeling sorry for the people eating the crap, you've done it. I think he said a similar thing, but in a roundabout kind of way. It's really an amazing video. More amazing. I mean, the video with Dave Mack and Anthony Faisy was, you know, it was fantastic. But I think this one just slightly tips over. He had a lot of empathy for people like me, which is nice because, you know, I have received abuse before for not taking it seriously. There will be people that deliberately don't follow my channel because they think I faff around, and I do. I make no secret of that. This channel will always be honest, open, transparent. It will always be non-intimidating. I will always have stupid hair, probably makeup that isn't all contoured, you know. It doesn't matter how successful I am or how much weight I lose, I'm always going to be Just this ordinary female from the UK, just trying to get her shit together and keep her shit together in the face of brainwashing and an environment that's completely surrounded by food that I need to... I don't know whether you can hear that fly. We've got a fly stuck in the car now that I'm going to have to rescue in a minute. Apologies if you can hear that. Anyway, this was a bit off the cuff. I didn't plan what I was going to say. But yeah, like I just said, he had a lot of empathy for me. He made me feel like it's not necessary, you know, yes, obviously it's my fault. No one's forced me to eat the crap I've eaten in between my carnivore sessions. No one's done that. But he has said he can empathise with me living in a world where the culture is eat, eat, eat. You can't get away from it. And so you have to decide whether you're just going to pander to it and stay where you are stuck, or whether you're going to rise above it, take some time out from that world for a bit until your body chemistry is at such a place where you are able to go out and mingle with these people and be able to sit there with a glass of sparkling water, and literally you're on such a higher place in a body chemistry kind of place. Not just that you're something special, but your body chemistry has got to a place where you don't want that. I have reached there in about 3 or 4 months before, so I know that I don't have to wait a whole entire year before my chemistry starts switching over. It's about 3 or 4 months when the food starts to become less tempting and you can go into a supermarket and head to the meat aisle and not see anything else. But I think it's going to take between 6 and 12 months before that full switchover takes place. I'm excited by that. I think there's a great future ahead. If you are somebody like me who is unable to stick to it 100%, I definitely recommend watching that video. I think you're going to love at least one thing that he says. And yeah, just listen to him. Listen to what he has to say, because he knows his stuff. A video that somebody's asked me to do is my version of future of food. Yesterday I did the Sainsbury's UK version of what they think we should be eating in 150 years. That's not what I think we should be eating. So I'm going to try and find some way of making a video like that that's interesting and hopefully amusing to you guys. Definitely going to do that. If you've got any other ideas of videos that topics, because I need to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm so close. I'm about 967. I've got less than 40 to go, and I really want to do that before the weather changes and the clocks go back. So send your friends, and if you've got any idea of a topic that you'd like me to talk about, even if it's one I've done before and you wanted me to do a take 2 on that, you know, a part 2, let me know. Well, that's all I want to say today. I'm thinking of doing a live, but it is really hot, so I don't know whether I am or not. I'm not going to promise that one because I might not do it. But I will do a live, and I'm going to do a short on something I just said earlier. Because I need to have more shorts, apparently, if I want to reach a new level in YouTube. So, you take care of yourself, and hopefully something that I've said there makes some kind of sense. I haven't planned it. There's no editing in this one like there was yesterday. This is just straight off mumbling thoughts, what I think about how fantastic Mitch is, and how I do feel for him that he's only just started eating this way when he was about 75, and how he, you know, obviously sometimes probably feels a little bit sad that he hadn't done it sooner, but his life has restarted. He's probably got at least 30 or 40 really healthy years in him now, so that's all we can ever hope for, isn't it? If we've all got 30 or 40 vibrant, happy years ahead of us, then we're okay. You take care, guys. And I'm going to get out of this really hot car because it's boiling in the UK right now. And I will see you later or tomorrow. Take care. Bye.